You see, everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be admired, to be noticed, to feel that magnetic sense of being special. But here's the paradox. The harder you try to be attractive, the less attractive you become. Attraction, like love, is never something you can force. It's not a performance, not a trick, not a set of techniques or rules. It is, in essence, the natural fragrance of your being when you stop pretending to be someone else. Now, this might sound strange. You might think, but Alan, if I stop trying, won't people lose interest in me? That's the illusion. Trying to be interesting is precisely what makes you dull. Have you ever noticed how a flower never tries to be beautiful? It simply blooms. It doesn't compare itself to other flowers. It doesn't ask, am I pretty enough? It simply exists in full acceptance of itself. And that effortless authenticity is what draws bees, butterflies, and people alike. So, if you truly wish to make people attracted to you, stop trying to manipulate the outer world. Instead, understand the inner movement, the energy that makes attraction possible in the first place. Because attraction isn't a matter of looks, wealth, or words. It's a vibration, an energy. It's the sense that you are alive, that you are real, that you are not wearing a mask. You see, most people are acting. They are terrified of being seen for who they really are. They construct personalities, images, roles, the confident one, the mysterious one, the nice guy, the perfect girl. And these masks, though they might impress for a moment, cannot sustain connection. Because connection only happens when two beings meet as they truly are, naked, vulnerable, unguarded. That's why the most magnetic people in the world are not those who chase attention, but those who seem not to need it. They are self-contained. They radiate presence. They have realized something quite profound, that the universe doesn't need their effort to shine through them. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. When you walk into a room, people can feel you long before you say a word. That energy, that subtle vibration, is the sum of what you think about yourself. If deep down you believe you are inadequate, unworthy, or unlovable, no amount of fancy clothing, witty words, or confident postures can hide it. You may fool others for a moment, but energy speaks louder than words. So to attract others, you must first befriend yourself. You must be willing to see yourself as you are. The light and the dark, the joy and the fear, the divine and the ridiculous. When you can laugh at your own foolishness, when you can forgive your own imperfections, when you can sit in silence without needing to be entertained, you become free. And that freedom, that ease, is irresistibly attractive. Because people don't fall in love with perfection. They fall in love with truth. Think of the people who have drawn you in the most deeply. Was it their money, their looks, their charm? Or was it something you couldn't quite name, a certain stillness, a comfort in their own skin, a lack of fear? That's what I mean when I say attraction is spiritual. True magnetism arises when you are at home in yourself, when your energy is not scattered trying to impress, but centered in being. And that brings us to a very important realization. You cannot attract love by needing it. Need is repellent. Love is radiant. When you crave attention, it's like trying to catch water with clenched fists. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away. But when you relax your hand, water fills it effortlessly. Similarly, when you relax your need to be loved, you become love itself. And love, by its nature, attracts. Now, let's talk about presence. Presence is not something you cultivate through technique. It's the natural state of awareness when the mind stops chasing and simply observes.
When you are fully here, not thinking about what others think, not lost in future or past, people feel it. Because most of us live in our heads, constantly rehearsing, remembering, regretting. But when someone stands before you, utterly still, utterly present, it feels like time stops. This is why children, animals, and wise old monks often draw people in. They don't try to impress, they are. The moment you stop trying to be somebody, you become real. And people are starving for what is real. You see, the modern world teaches you to market yourself, to build a brand, a persona, an image. But spirituality teaches the opposite, to dissolve the image, to return to your original face. That face, the one you had before you were taught who to be, is radiant beyond measure. Attraction isn't about addition, it's about subtraction. You remove the layers of pretense, and suddenly your natural light shines through. A person who is authentic doesn't need to network or seduce or convince. Their being speaks louder than their words. That's why when you're aligned with your truth, people feel drawn to you even if you say very little. So, if you ask me, Alan, what can I do to make people attracted to me? I'd say, do nothing. But don't mistake that for laziness. Doing nothing doesn't mean being passive. It means ceasing the internal war. It means to stop fighting yourself. Stop trying to become someone more likable, more confident, more successful, and instead start noticing what's already here. Look at your hands. Feel your breath. There is already life pulsing through you. The same life that moves the tides, spins the planets, makes the stars burn. That life is attractive. You are part of that dance. When you realize that, your eyes soften, your words slow down, and your energy changes. People can feel it. They might not know why, but they will be drawn to you because in your presence they feel peace. And peace, my friend, is the rarest and most irresistible thing of all. Let's take this deeper. Attraction is not just about people. It's about resonance. Everything in the universe vibrates. You, me, the chair, the stars, the silence between words. When your vibration is anxious, needy, fearful, you attract chaos. When your vibration is calm, open, loving, you attract harmony. You don't chase what you want, you align with it. This is what I mean when I say you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So instead of asking, how can I make others like me? Ask, what energy am I embodying right now? If you are love, you will meet love. If you are peace, you will meet peace. If you are desperate, you will meet desperation. Life mirrors you, always. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to fake any of it. You can begin right where you are, even if you feel broken or lost. Because attraction is not the result of perfection, it's the fragrance of wholeness. Wholeness doesn't mean being flawless, it means embracing every part of yourself. The shy parts, the loud parts, the afraid parts, with kindness. Imagine meeting someone who doesn't hide their fear, but smiles gently at it. That person is unshakable. That person is magnetic. They have nothing to prove, and that's why everything comes to them. So, how do you reach that state? First, stop chasing validation. Every time you seek approval, you give your power away. Instead, notice the subtle need to be liked and simply observe it. That very observation is awareness, and awareness dissolves illusion. Second, practice being present. Look into people's eyes when you speak. Listen not to respond, but to understand. Most people listen half-heartedly, waiting for their turn to talk. But when you listen with your whole being, you give the greatest gift possible, attention. And people fall in love with attention. Third, love without demand. Give compliments without expecting them back. Smile without a reason. When your love is unconditional, your energy becomes abundant. And people are irresistibly drawn to abundance. Not the abundance of things, but the abundance of spirit. And finally, understand that you are not separate from the world. You are the world, aware of itself. When you walk through life knowing this, your presence heals others simply by existing. You become a living reminder that being is enough. That's the ultimate attraction, not beauty, not charm, but peace.